What's up, everybody? Trying to fix the emergency brake on the Subaru WRX 2012 WRX. First thing I did was tighten it at the e-brake handle. If you pull this just pops off. There's another little plastic piece in here. And right in here, you've got an adjustable nut right there. It's a 10 mil. I adjusted that down all I could. It pulls up nice and tight, but I'm not getting any brake still. So I'm gonna back that off, jack the car up, and try to check it out at the wheels. The emergency brake on a Subaru, the emergency brake on a 2012 Subaru is in the drums on the rear wheels. So I'm gonna jack it up in the back. The jacking point is on the rear differential. It's in between the two axles on the rear wheels. So I'm gonna jack that up and pull the wheels off. Check them out. Almost forgot, before you jack up the car, break the lugs loose on the wheels. Okay, the wheel is off. You can see this right here is a hole for adjusting the e-brake right here. Can't see anything in there, but there's yeah, I don't know, looks like a gear you can push on with a screwdriver to twist it one way or the other to tighten it or loosen it. And if you want to get in, there's two 14 mils for the brake calipers and then two more for the whole assembly, and the thing comes right off. And the e-brake pads are inside here. Okay, you can pull a brake pad out right here and have a look at it. And this one looks all right. So I don't need new brake pads. The rotor's pretty rusty, but it's been sitting for a long time. I think with a little driving that will shine right up. Now I'm gonna pull the whole brake caliper off, and then I can take the rotors off and check the e-brake inside. It's a total of four 14 millimeter bolts, and you get the brake calipers off. And then you ought to be able to just pull the rotors off. You may need to hit the rotor with a hammer or something to get it to work. All right, so if your emergency brake pads fall off, that's a good sign that you need new pads. So as we can see there, this is a good thing to check. So I guess we'll be buying new emergency brake pads for this. We'll check this wheel, and then we'll go check the other wheels. At the bottom there, yeah, you can see the cylinder. You spin that, you can see there's a gear on it. You can pry on through the rotor with a screwdriver if there was any brake left to adjust. And that cylinder twists one way to tighten and one way to loosen. But as you can see, our brake pads have disappeared. So I'm gonna go buy new ones and put those in. And you wanna take your air gun and spray that bad boy off, get the loose chunks of rust off there. We are going to start with taking the top pins off. All right, after I struggled through getting those springs off, there's a spring at the bottom, right there. They're gonna pop off. And once that spring is off, the adjustment cylinder comes right off. If we can reuse that, we'll pull the grease on it before we put it back up. This little triangle wedge comes off here, off the top. Don't lose that. Then I think the only thing holding it on is these locking springs here. There's one on each side. And I think you push and twist, and those ought to come off. Bada boom. It's come off pretty easy. Okay, now you got those off. The whole shebang comes right off. Just gotta figure out how to detach this. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, there you go. All right. Right there you can see the old one, or the old ones and the new ones. So I've just got to pop this lever piece off here and put it on the new one. And then I can start putting things back together. And it looks like it's just a C clamp on the back of here that holds that pin on. So we're gonna yank that. All right, finally got that pin off. It's a pain. Just a C clip with a spring washer underneath it. So I set everything up next to each other so I can transfer it just how it was, because I'm not sure. This is my first time doing this. And I also am only doing one side at a time so I can reference the other side if I need to. So this is gonna go right there. And this goes on right there. And then the spring clip is gonna go on over it. And I'm gonna spend half an hour messing with that. Once you get the clip on, you squeeze it together at the top so that it won't come off. And we are ready to reassemble. There we go. So easy. That's hooked in. Now, I'm going to reattach the spring clip here. Swimming?
Yeah.
Nice.
Wait, how hard is it to replace like brake pads in your car?
It's the first time I've done it. It's really easy. It's 4 bolts.
Like, should I just replace them myself instead of paying for it?
It's super easy. I'm gonna put the adjustment cylinder back in there. And then I think this spring goes in. Looks plausible. Yeah, sure, why not? This goes in here, like so. Let me put that on in a second. Okay, now the upside down pyramid goes there. And then lastly, I believe it's just these. Boom. I believe that's it. Now we are good to go, except we got to put the rotor back on, and then you adjust this so it's braking, and then you back it off a few. 3 clicks is what everyone says, whatever a click is with a cylinder with a screw adjustment. So let's put the rotor back on. Okay, so I got this cranked down with the cylinder expansion joint, whatever, the cylinder screw. You do it by pushing on the little wheel with the screwdriver, and it turns like a normal screw. So I'm pushing on the bottom to make the disc, the drum brakes expand. And I kept doing that until I'm at a point where I can't turn it anymore, and I can't adjust it anymore either. So I'm gonna go back just 1, 2, 3. And now it'll move. So that should be good. I'm going to put the other one on and then try the e-brake to make sure that it works before I put the wheel back on. So I'm gonna do the other wheel just like that, and then we'll test it. Okay, as you can see now, the wheel hub will turn freely. Kind of. And now, if I put the emergency brake on, and I put the car in neutral, and I let my foot off the brake, look at that, we don't roll down the hill. It's fantastic. Emergency brake works. Just like that. 1 down, a lot to go. So the WRX runs and drives. I've been driving around town teaching my teaching my son how to drive manual car. But it runs really rough because I'm still getting codes, check engine codes for the mass airflow sensor. I got a Denso OEM coming. I'm getting code for the O2 sensor. I just bought one from the Subaru dealer right there, OEM. I've learned my lesson. Always buy OEM. And then also I'm still getting a throttle body code. And then I also found out I need to do the suspension because my the shocks, struts, whatever you want to call them, are leaking front and back. So I got all new front and back suspension. We're doing that next weekend. If it's not raining right now, it is raining. That's it. Catch you next time. Peace.